Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break! Man!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Niners at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's got it to about the 40. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run, and now 2nd and goal.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Go.
They'll try again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Warriors 17.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to...
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And some room to roam now. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Cougar 19.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Okay, ready? 19 tight. 19 tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The Niners at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they spent the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 2.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
18 Cardinals. 7 Pirates.
They'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
19 Tiger.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown, 49ers.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
Come on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
79 Broncos.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Washington going to send out their punter
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
They find some open field here. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he's out right at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And an update now from up in Seattle. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On second down, they'll run it here.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Hawk 70. 18, 5 here.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19, 18.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Lions, trap 50, trap 50. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go
The
now.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good edge scheme going.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Alert! Alert! Go!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Quez Watkins with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the 49ers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
So that challenge, a successful one. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown 49ers! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air one out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On the jump. Pass to 11. Pass to 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check pass. Check pass.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
19 tight. Cut 19. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. Third and 4. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Commanders are going to win this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Washington, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.